Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome to OldRPGGaming. Now, this video that I've got for you today, I actually did post up way back in the first month, I think, that I started my channel. And now that I've got a little bit better at presenting my YouTube videos, and I've got my mic levels and everything, like, a lot better, I thought I'd do it again, and hopefully get a bit further and show you a little bit more of a game that I have made using RPG Maker VX Ace. Now, I'm not going to commentate much through the game. I'm just going to let you see what I've done, but this is been made completely from scratch. I've used like different tutorials on YouTube, but everything you're about to see in this game I've made myself. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm definitely looking for feedback on this, guys, and maybe one day this could be at a stage where I can, you know, get it out to you guys and you can play it as well, and let me know what you think of it, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so that was, this is the main character right here. I'm going to leave his name as it is. The guy in the black with the red eyes is obviously the main bad guy, and the old man that was talking is this guy's grandpa. Okay guys, so for the sake of this video, I've made the character's starting level like way above what it needs to be. He would start on level 1, but we've put him to level 55 and I've fully equipped him out with some insane shit. So hopefully he won't die and I get to show you the story. We were given a supply list. It's in here somewhere, should be. Key item. And it says armor, weapons, potions, food. Guy's store should have what you need. So what you do is then go over to the store, and like if you've used VX Ace before, then this will all be familiar to you, but if not, then this is like a really amazing thing, guys, because you can literally create your own game, and you can set up working shops. You do the menus, the characters, the equipment, the enemies, absolutely everything. The script, you know, you make an entire game on this one like platform. It's so cool. So obviously I'm gonna know where to go because I made the game, but this sign here says that Rannox is west, so that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna head west, and this little place up here is Rannox. The world map kind of thing is a little bit like the original Final Fantasy games, where you know your character is huge and you walk across the big world map and walk into a little town, and then it actually takes you into a town. So this is the guy that we're looking for. This is his house, but he's not here. So I leave like little clues around by putting like characters just to fill in the town, and he has a conversation with him, tells him he lives in the house just there, and they just went past him. So little things like that are going to help people that don't know what they're doing in the game. If he's just gone into the library, then you're obviously going to look around the library. This guy's staring straight at me. He looks fucking... I don't even want to use the word I was going to use, but he looks absolutely fucked. Off he trots. Straight away, if you're playing this, you should think, oh, well, that's fucking weird. I'm going to go see what this crazy fool was on about. So you run up here, and what do we got? So he's in the way, and I remember doing this. I remember making this, but I couldn't think of a way to give it away without keeping it kind of a secret. So you can learn so much from books. Do you like to read? If you say I guess so, he's going to say about a secret floor lower down in the library. And then we come and speak to this guy up here, and he's going to be like, oh, the secret floor, you know. Yeah, the secret floor. And there we go. We can now mooch on down. And we see the crazy guy again. So off he sprints. I must have put... it has to be something like over 100 hours into this project. It's nowhere near finished. I haven't even done half the map yet, but this is what I've got so far. It's about 3 hours of gameplay if you play it properly. Obviously it's going to be a lot quicker for us because I cheated on the level, but it's just to show you what I have really so far. I've managed to get quite a few characters. I've managed to get all like the battling and everything working really well. He's not going to take any damage because his health and that's too high. Obviously he's dealing out huge damage because we've over-equipped him with everything. But yeah, let me know what you think of this, guys, in the comment section. This is definitely a video more for me than for you guys. Obviously the channel, everything I put up in a normal day is to, you know, try and entertain you guys and start conversations with you, interact with you guys and grow the channel. But this is more to show you what I've been working on and really to get some opinions. I know there's lots of simple stuff like spelling mistakes and shit like that, but you know, this would all be worked out. If it ever got finished, we'd have to go through it all and rework it kind of thing, but or like, you know, just correct all the spellings. But another thing as well, like every now and then you'll see an old graphic pop up, which were the graphics that came with VX Ace, and I didn't really like them. So halfway through making the game, I decided to go for these graphics, the big ones, the portrait kind of graphics that you're seeing on the screen. So yeah, if you see an old graphic, then it's where I've missed it, where I've gone back through and changed it. Like that one there, that was the original graphic for the character, and I must have changed his sprite about 12 times in making the game as well. And I got to a point where I was happy with it, but there are still, you know, if this was to be made into a game that I could release, it's still, you know, a long way from being anywhere near finished. But I put a lot of time into it, and I wanted to share it with you guys and get some opinions. Yeah. So that's the second of like the main characters that I created, and these two kind of bond over the story because they both have big losses, which you'll see in this video. Save game, we went for the Final Fantasy style. Look, you can see that I tried doing it before, got quite far, and then I think I died, but we'll oversave it there. So yeah, that's the second of the two characters that I have created for the game. So, tragedy. We, Fritz just lost his grandpa, and Sienna lost her father, so they're kind of stuck together now. He got told to go south, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. It took me so long to work out how to make like little cutscenes like this, and then when I done it, I just went crazy with creating this place where the evil guys live. I fucking had a lot of fun doing this part. I want the boy Gauze. So Gauze is like the right-hand man to the main bad guy. And I didn't realise as well that text is kind of hard to read with the transparent background. That right there is Gauze, and he's calling one of his little army dudes to come and get the characters. Not gonna happen. I hope this doesn't fuck up, but in here I made like a little side game, kind of like Street Fighter. I'm scared to try it just in case something goes wrong in the script and it crashes, but I guess we can try it. You can basically face off 1-on-1 like this, and it's just to the death, basically. You get prizes for winning, and as you get more characters, you can face different opponents. We're going to kick Sienna's ass at the moment, it looks like it. Oh, no, she's fighting back. But yeah, this was another thing that I picked up from the tutorial online, and put that in the game as well. I thought that was pretty cool. So we got 3 fighter tokens, and then the idea is you can kind of exchange your tokens for items that would be very helpful at this stage in the game, had we not like, you know, got the amazing equipment. But this is just really a demo video, so I thought it would be, you know, a lot easier. And these little like fighter halls are in every city in the game, and obviously if you can beat them all, then better prizes, so on and so on. This is the first time I really got like experimental with switches when creating this game, and switches are like when something happens, it activates a switch which then makes something else happen. So like after talking to them, the switch for this would be, sorry guys, I'm not supposed to be racing through that, but the switch for this would be that he lets you explore the castle. I also thought it would be a good idea to change the colour of the text for important things, just in case people do race through text. You know, I'm guilty of it, I do it all the time, so changing the colour of the text kind of makes you go like stop and think, oh okay, so the 4 towers in the courtyard either side of the castle, so that would be like the important piece of information. And then you can speak to these guards and they move out the way and give you access to the courtyard. Now there's 2 this side, there's 2 on the other side, and inside I thought again do it differently and change it to like the 2D kind of style. So you climb the ladders and then you have to get all the way to the top, and there's like a mini boss, 4 mini bosses in the 4 towers, and of course one's a dead end, one there's a treasure, and one is where you're supposed to go. You know, kind of little things like that. I think this worked pretty well, this little area. The blue flame clearly stands out from the rest of the flames because it's blue. So you go over, you click the blue flame, and then you get attacked by the little bitch. Now, we're not worried about Sienna dying. Sienna, you can go ahead and die. There we go, Sienna's dead, but we're not worried about that. There we go, we get Sienna back to life in a minute. We actually have to do that full time, so it might be an idea if we go and use the inn. A lot of the stuff for this game I kind of took from the original Final Fantasies because they worked. It was, you know, this is so easy to make that kind of game using VX Ace that I thought, well, why not use it? It's good kind of thing. So a lot of the things like how you gain experience, and even down to like the naming of some of the items and how they work, like the Phoenix Down I used to recover the life, things like that. You know, it's all from Final Fantasy inspired kind of thing. The game itself has nothing to do with Final Fantasy, but you get what I mean, guys. So obviously the further that we go into the story, the more I got really interested in this game and this project for myself, and I ended up putting a lot of effort into it. And you know, you kind of get a little bit more in-depth background stories on the characters. There's more characters to come. I further put in different graphics to make it look better, made custom tile sets. I literally everything I could do to try and make this game right, and try and make it stand out from just other projects that I've done or other people have done with VXAce. I done, believe me, everything I could think to do, I done. And so many things I tried and they didn't come out right, so they got redone or scrapped completely. You know, there was a lot of trial and error with this, but I am, I suppose, happy to a point where I got with the game, and it's an achievement just to have got this far, because it is a playable video game and I've made that, and that's quite a proud thing for me. You know, I actually made a fucking video game. That's awesome, but it's not finished, and where I took a break from it and actually started a YouTube channel which you guys know all about. Since I've done that, guys, I didn't really go back into doing it, and I ended up moving around a load of stuff. I moved my computer up and downstairs, and then kind of didn't have the time to do it that day, didn't have the time to do it the next day, so I ended up basically not doing it. And now it's got to the point where everything that I knew how to do, because it can be quite complicated, I've forgotten how to set up like even simple events and stuff. So I wouldn't want to try and finish this game until I get my skills back to the level that they were when I stopped making the game, because, you know, I think I've done it to a pretty good standard, and I wouldn't want to see that drop where I haven't been practicing up on how you do everything in the game. But I'll stop rambling on for a second and let's carry on with the story. That right there, at the moment that you can see on the screen, was the original character portrait that I made for Sienna. But obviously, well, not obviously, it's my opinion, but do you guys prefer the bigger portraits? I certainly do, that's why I made them. But that right there was Sienna's portrait that I made originally, using VXAce. The other ones were kind of made online, and then I spent a hell of a lot of time on paint, going around the edges to make them transparent. Okay, so the next thing here is he says about another one of the relics in Jacora Mountains. So that's kind of a little hint there. That should have really been highlighted, but that would be where you go next. So you go to Jacora Mountains. All these stuff here are like shops as well, guys. Oh shit. This is one of the bad guys. We're going to chase this guy down here and whoop his ass. So that right there, Mage Yakker, that's the guy that Gore's called in the big evil place to try and get us killed, and his fire elementals failed, so that was all him. There we go. Of course we smashed through it, you know, because we're kicking ass. So the save crystal appears now, but yeah, like these little counters here, it's a shop, you know, you can buy potions, antidotes, and stuff like that. But the food, you can buy it, eat it raw for like small increases in certain things, or you can cook it using a stove. That took a little while to set up. Again, that was something I found on YouTube as a tutorial, and I put it into the game. All these little icons here, again, I think they come from DeviantArt, and you know, just like the names of them. I think I have a strategy guide for Final Fantasy 12, and I think I literally sat for like 2 hours taking like pretty much like 80% of the names from the equipment section in that book and putting it into the database. Let me go down here. Obviously, the making things stand out is going to make the player go there. So putting a purple tree in the middle of like green trees on its own with an entrance, you kind of think, oh, what is that? That was the idea anyway. This is our third player then, our third character that joins the party, and basically, well, I'll let you see for yourself guys, but this is Cogs. He's a little bit pissed. Wait, I come with you, I be help to you and lady friend. So I kind of wanted him to come across as a bit of a, like a caveman kind of intelligence, but you'll see later on guys, there's more to Cogs than first meets the eye. So Cogs, Fritz and Sienna, you've got 3 party members, you know, and you're moving on to the next area kind of thing. I can't show you the full map because I don't have like a full, I don't have a map on the game that I can get up and show you, but this like area that we're in now, it's nothing. It is absolutely minuscule compared to the size of the actual map, and like that's just the world map itself. Then you have places like this that are inside tiny pieces of the map. So you know, the game, I made the game to be huge, probably a little bit too big for my first kind of real game project, but I will finish this one day. One day I'll finish it guys. I should put like a repel like they have in Pokemon. Stop me getting attacked all the time, but I failed that as well. You can change like you can change how many what was I going to say, sorry guys. Oh, you can change the like encounter rate and what enemies appear where, which is pretty awesome. I mean, imagine if you had that for like a Pokemon game. You could just put like all the legendaries to appear right in the start, catch them all and just be laughing, but you know what I mean? You choose who appears where, how often they appear, yada yada yada. He doesn't usually have all these magics, but obviously because he's such a high level, everything is kind of already developed, and it's just a quick way of getting through the story. To get to this point alone, I think it took me like the best part of 2 hours to get to this part of the story if I'd done it properly. You do need to do a little bit of level grinding with this game just to stay kind of ahead, but I wanted it to be like that. I didn't want it to be like just a game you can walk through. I wanted it to be where you had to put a little bit of effort into what you were doing with the characters. What is this? A troll, super troll. Sienna's been dead since we got her, I think, so we should probably revive Sienna in a minute. That is a glitch, that should not happen. That is what it should be. Let's try one of the other attacks. Let's try a thunder attack. He's weak to thunder, so that was pretty cool. We're just attacking. You can beat these if you're playing it normally. Of course you can still beat these, but they're designed to be hard. You know, there's some optional. You have the option to attack this ogre. You don't necessarily have to do it, but there's a chest on the other side, so it's the player's choice then whether they want to open the chest kind of thing. You can see there that Cog's leveled up and he developed some new skills there. So that is what would happen with every character, but obviously, like I said, with Fritz, we've put it all up just for the ease of the demo. We found a weapon there as well, Cypress Pole. It's a weapon that can't be bought in the shops at this stage in the game. So again, that's just, you know, just adds to the style of game that it is. Obviously the channel, OldRPGGaming, I think this was a fantastic thing to put into the channel for you guys to see. what are these? This is the bandits. We just fuck them up real quick. So somebody learned a new skill. I didn't see who that was, but somebody learned Thunder. Cutscene. This was like the first encounter with Gauls for our group of peoples. So we take out Gauls' little henchman here, his little troops that he brought with him. We take them all out. Boom. Yeah, on Cog's nerves. So off they fuck, and Gauls is nowhere to be seen. That is actually a dog from Resident Evil, and I put it in as a giant zombie wolf thing. But it looks so out of place in this game. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but never mind. New skills for Cogs again. You'll notice that I've kind of like channeled this bit, so the only really place you can go is by going left from where I am now. And that's because when you go left here, it triggers a cutscene. Now, if I had that as like a two squares as the opening, the player could then go past the cutscene and it would fuck the game up. So, because they'd be missing the cutscene kind of thing. So you have to do things like that every now and then, just kind of narrow the path out so they step exactly where you want them to step, without making it too obvious that you're doing it. So straight away you can see that Cogs is talking normally now, and he opens up a little bit to Fritz here. He needed to know he could trust him, playing dumb. So Fritz is actually quite intelligent, and he's from a different race from the humans, which we're going to be later in the game. But I never got as far as getting to that, guys, but we're carrying on. Thinking up the names of all these places as well is so hard, because you find yourself thinking, yeah, that's a good name, but then you're like, oh shit, no, that's Final Fantasy 9. And then you're like, oh, that's a good name. Oh no, that's Pokemon Gym City 3. And do you know what I mean? Like, every place that you think of ends up like you think of it because you've heard it before. It's really hard to think of names and places that, you know, straight off the top of the head that fit in the game. So again, that's kind of like a bonding moment there between the three. Fritz and Cogs have kind of come honest with each other, and Sienna's like comforting Fritz, and the idea is to kind of get whoever's playing it to, you know, realize that there is a bond between the group. You know, it makes the story better, doesn't it? So Sienna there says she wants to go and see the whirlpool. So holy shit, what the players are supposed to do is go, okay, I'm gonna go and see the whirlpool. I will show you an example of something in a second, guys. We'll just take care of this motherfucking dragon. Should drop right about now. No, it's still standing, okay. I can't remember what I made the dragon weak to. Fire, I think. I think fire. Yes, it's weak to fire, but that's not strong enough. Let's try this again. Sword of Flames. This maybe will work. Cogs is about to die. There we go, huge damage with the flames on there, that helps. So like, say if the player was to go, no, I don't want to go to the whirlpool, I want to go up here. You can put little things like this, so until they've actually gone to where you intend the game to go, they can't enter any other place. So it still gives them the, it makes them think that they've got the freedom of exploring everything around them, but you know, really they can only go where you want them to go because that's how you've made the game. This is all good. So that right there is the next like city, if you like. The idea from this came from one of the gyms in the Pokemon games. I think they've done it like so many times, but basically you slide on the ice and you can't stop until you hit something that makes you stop. So the idea of this was making it like a little bit difficult so that you keep sliding and you have to work out how to get around it. Now it took ages to work out how to do this. Not the actual puzzle itself because I made it, but it took ages to work out how to get the player to keep walking without them stopping. I've forgotten the fucking puzzle now. Pick us up this way. Now we go across, hopefully this is right. There we go. So now you can go up, down, across. So now it took me like a day to make that happen. You know, so much time went into doing this, and in a way I kind of kicked myself for not continuing this. It just kind of, you know, sometimes you lose interest, and once you've lost interest for a couple of days, that's it, it's gone. And then when you want to do it and you want to get back into it, it's too late. You've forgotten how to do everything and you've kind of ruined it for yourself, and that was my case. But what I have made, yeah, it's gonna be shared, and hopefully you guys like it. I mean, I don't make this to everyone go, oh, that was shit, but you know, hopefully this is something that you might think, oh, that was actually pretty cool. Hopefully. I think people that use RPG Maker VX Ace will definitely have a lot more appreciation for how much time would have gone into making this, because they'll know themselves how difficult it is, especially when it's the first thing that you've ever made, to get things to come out how you want them to. Literally, you spend days on YouTube looking at tutorial videos. Well, that's what I did anyway. It might just be me, maybe everybody else is super intelligent. So this is again something new I wanted to try, and it was kind of fade out the color of it so it's not like it would be in a normal screen, and have it as like a memory. So here you can see Sienna when she was younger, and this place just reminded her of where her parents got married. So this was the first kind of time I tried putting in like a flashback. Sienna kisses Fritz there, and then something magical happens. She thinks it's her mother, but as you will see, guys, it's not. It's magic that Gauze is casting, and he fucks Sienna up. Okay, the idea for this one, this is something a little bit different again. The idea for this is stay alive. We can use high potions on Fritz just to keep him alive. As you'll notice, it's different from a normal battle because they're talking all the way through it. So as long as we just keep guarding, you can see the characters talking, and it's quite clearly different to the normal sort of battle. I think I set Gauze in this battle to have unlimited health, so the only way to get past this is to, well, stay alive really, just withstand his attacks, which is possible until you get to this point. Fritz's party was defeated. Game over. Okay, well, that most definitely was not supposed to happen. That was supposed to go into another cutscene, but I have no fucking idea what just happened there. I don't know why it done that, guys. We haven't saved it in so long either, I don't think. Okay, guys, so basically the game was looking for a picture file for somebody in the party. That when I pressed the party button to show you the new character, the picture it was looking for wasn't there, and the game just fucking crashed. But we died anyway. I'm not sure why we died, but we did. So I'm just gonna leave it like that for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed what you got to see of the game. It was a lot further than we got when I showed the video the first time, or when I tried to show the game, sorry, the first time. If you want to leave your opinion, then please just be polite. Can I say that? Just be polite, guys. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And that's pretty much it. I'll speak to you in the next ones. Cheers. Also, guys, if you want to get your own channel art or logo personally done for you, get in touch with the graphics designer that done my channel art. The Skype address is on the screen.